Hello, hello, Facebook Live. It is. I have to stop playing with these filters. It's me, Maisha T, and I am here today to talk a little bit about 4 ways you can move past scopophobia or the fear of being seen. So it's so interesting when we talk about social media platforms like Periscope, Facebook Live, Fire Chat. What a lot of people don't know is that they actually have this fear of being seen. And so when you think of the name Periscope and scopophobia, it's quite interesting. And so I'm here today to talk about the fear of being seen. And when you have a business, you have to be visible. And if you have some anxiety, it can be hard to be visible. And so, like many of those with anxiety, I am pushing through and pressing through my scopophobia and kind of getting over my fear of being seen. So this comes from my past. I as a child I struggled with expressive communication, not receptive communication, but expressive. So it was very hard for me to communicate. I remember telling people that I could hear what I wanted to say in my head, but I could not vocalize the words out of my mouth. And so I attribute that to my anxiety, my social anxiety, my fear of being seen, and also being a part of a generation where you were a child and you're to be seen and not heard. So you could be seen, but you had no voice, right? So um, that's part of why I have this fear of being seen. I can be seen, but not to talk, or just struggling with my expressive communication. And these are all things I've learned through therapy, through my children's therapy, and just learning about autism spectrum disorders and expressive communication versus receptive communication. I can do a whole video series on that. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. What are 4 ways that you can move beyond the fear of being seen? So number one, for me, it was to forgive myself, forgive my past, forgive the upbringing of you can only be seen and not heard. Forgive the idea that I have no voice and that my voice has no power, and embrace that little girl inside of me who's scared to show up. I think we always forget that we have these gifts and skills to offer the universe, and we get scared to show up and show out. And so my number one tip is to nurture that inner child and show up anyway. Number 2 for me is to get some support, have an accountability partner. I am working through the Out There October Challenge with Jasmine Powers. I have coaches. Coach is right. Just anyway, coaches, a therapist. Yes, I'm all about therapy. A therapist can help you work on your fear of being seen. Just get that support. Get people to hug you, to be around you, to just say, you got this, you can do this, and keep yourself accountable. Number 3, feel the fear and do it anyway. So, one way to help feel the fear is to just break down an actionable step of how you can be seen. So today for me, I wasn't going to make this video, but I made an actionable list, and let me show you. See, there's our notes, and where I break down, okay, I'm going to be seen today. What am I going to talk about? And I break that down, and I felt that fear of putting myself out here, and I've done it anyway, right? That's number 3. And number 4 is get centered. Find something that centers your spirit, that centers your soul, so that when you're presenting yourself, you can just go with it and just go with the flow. So for me, I have my fingers, and I am in the background rubbing them together like this. I also have crystals. I have a crystal pendant. It helps me center myself, and it takes away that edge of anxiousness, and excessive worry, and that excessive fear. I'll make another video here in the coming weeks on centering and how you can use centering to ground yourself and just be, right? Just to be present. So again, my 4 tips to move through scopophobia. Number 1, embrace that inner child and forgive yourself, and to nurture that child to believe that they can be seen. So nurture that inner child. That's number 1. Number 2, get a support system. Get an accountability partner. Number 3, feel the fear, do it anyway. Get you an actionable list to make sure that you're going to crush that visibility goal. And number 4, get centered. This is not a gang sign, But get centered. Find something that gets you centered so that when you're presenting yourself, you feel confident and comfortable in what you're doing and what you're saying. So I hope these 4 strategies work. Let me know. Shoot me a tweet at I am Maisha T. Instagram, Facebook. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. You guys, have a great day. Have a great night. Bye-bye.